Good morning. This is Robin McCord, Southwest Georgia Council on Aging Wellness Program Coordinator. Sorry, I'm trying to get this mask adjusted. And I am coming to you live from Riverfront Park here in Albany. And we are about to begin a yoga class. For those of you who are at home right now, still waiting on some participants to get here. Also waiting on some of our chairs to arrive. So probably just going to be doing some demonstrations just to kind of get you warmed up. You can do these seated, you can do these standing. If you're not comfortable standing, of course, go ahead and get in your chair. But until our chairs arrive, I'm going to go ahead and just be in the standing position. You really won't need anything else, maybe some water. We're obviously outside, so if you are in an outside environment, it's going to get a lot hotter. You need to be more mindful of how you're feeling. You're going to be sweating a bit more. You could get a little bit nauseated in the heat if you get too hot or a little overheated. So just be mindful of all of those things. If you can be in the house and the air conditioned, that would be fabulous. So another thing to remember is to exercise within your limitations. So if you have any previous injuries that you're aware of, anything that you're just trying to favor, do not force it. You want to just go to that point and then back off and just do what you're able to. Myself, I'm actually recovering from a minor surgery, so my limitation right now is I'm not able to lift over 10 pounds, which isn't going to affect us in yoga, thank goodness. But also, I'm not able to stretch much further above my shoulder, so I'm going to actually be doing some modifications today as well. So if you can reach higher up in the air, like right now, this is about as high as I can go. If you can go further than that, I encourage you to do that today. Okay, so don't let my limitation and me demonstrating you that and me working through my own modifications limit you in any way. So I'll make sure that I try to cue you all, give you the best cues possible. And I think a couple of our ladies are coming. But yeah, our chairs have not arrived yet, so we're going to go ahead and start in a standing position. If you are at home, go ahead and get in your chair. That would be fine as well too. And I don't have my music going, so I'm going to get that going. So if you guys will give me just a second, I'm working off of 2 phones here. You gotta love technology. All right, here we go. Music. That's not music. Good morning. Come on over. No, we're still waiting on a few folks to show up. I don't know. I guess, did you get our message, our reminder that went out? Yeah, I just reminded everybody. So I was hoping that reminder went out yesterday.
I didn't get a reminder.
You didn't? Yeah, that we said we were going to be here. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to get our music going, and our chairs are coming. Mr. Terry got sidetracked, and so he's on his way with our chairs. And
I was wondering,
oh no, we're having class, and I'm actually trying to find my yoga seat. There's our yoga CD. Okay. And keep in mind, if you can always do yoga with no music at all at home. I just like to add a little bit of something, kind of sets the tone. I want you to de-stress today. We may just start in a standing position and get warmed up if that's okay. And we'll go ahead and get started. And then when the chairs arrive, we'll go to a seated position. How about that? And I'm going to set our phone right here on this tripod. So to get that positioned, and we're going to get started. Uh-oh, wrong button. There we go. Okay. All right, so I'm going to stand up. You guys are welcome at home to stay seated. There we go. Make sure we got good volume. It's a beautiful day today. That is for sure, huh? It's gonna be a hot one. As a matter of fact, and this is for you as well, anybody at home, this is our last Friday doing it here at the Riverfront Park area. We're gonna be shifting the classes to our agency office, which is on 335 West Society Avenue. We're going to actually still be doing it outside so we can social distance, but we have a kind of like a breezeway that we can kind of get under for a little bit more shade, and it's going to offer us a little bit more breeze, I think, through that area as well. So starting next Friday, that's where we'll be located. So, all right. Trying to get positioned here. It is a hot one. Okay. All right, so the very first thing that we're going to do, I'm gonna get this from a different angle. There we go. If you're in the standing position, you want to make sure that you have a nice, wide, steady base, okay? Something that feels good and confident. If you're in the seated position, again, feet or hip distance apart, pull those shoulders up and back. Good, and draw those shoulders down away from those ears. Good. I want you to rest your hands at your lap. We're going to use something called barrel breathing. So you want to create some space between your elbows. So it's kind of like you're hugging a tree or hugging a barrel. We're going to inhale up, raising those arms up to shoulder level, and exhale. Blow all that air out. Good. Inhale up. And exhale. Let's do two more. And exhale. Last one, big breath in through the nose. And exhale all that air through the mouth. Double shoulder roll. Loosen it up. Good. All right, so what I want us to do now, we'll go ahead and go into some of our shoulder work since we're kind of in a standing position. I want you to bring those shoulders up and forward and down. So inhale up, exhale forward and down. Let's do two more. Last one. Oh, I said two more. Let's go one more. Good. Good morning. Now bring those shoulders up and back. So inhale up, exhale down and back. Now two more. Take your right arm and I want you just to raise it as high as you can. Now I'm a little limited today, guys, so I'm not able to get it all the way up, but if you can take it all the way up and stretch it to the sky, you go right ahead. Now exhale and lower. So these movements are all very controlled, no momentum, really thinking about what we're doing here this morning. That's how we get the mind involved. Again. Stretch as high as you're able. Inhale up and exhale. Let's do that again. Really reach up. This is great for working through that range of motion in the shoulder. Gives the ability to reach up into that cabinet, grab what we need, right? All right, let's do one more on each arm. And exhale down. together, just chest height. And we're going to inhale and open up through the chest, nice and tall. Now exhale and close. Bring those hands back together. Inhale, open, stretch wide. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. And the last one. And exhale. Good. And loosen up. All right, guys. Now we sometimes would do the ragdoll of the arm in the seated position. We're standing at the moment, but how we do that in the standing position is take your feet a little bit wider. Slight bend in the knees. So you're going to rest. Let's go ahead and rest your left hand on your knee here. And your right arm's just going to dangle. So again, we're just letting that arm dangle. Lower that head. Now if you're in the seated position, again, you're just resting that elbow on the thigh, that left elbow. Right arm is dangling. Head is lowered, chin towards chest. Now I want you to swing that arm forward and back. Now draw a big circle. Now reverse that circle. Just go the other way. And just let that arm dangle. All right, ladies, before we come up, I want you to take that right hand to your knee. If you're seated, you're going to bring that left hand to your knee. And now I want you to gently press against those knees, roll up one vertebra at a time. When you get to the top, double shoulder roll. Just loosen it up. How'd that feel? Feels good, right? Love it. Even in the standing position, it feels nice. So, all right, let's go to the other side. So get in position. This time you're going to rest your left hand on your knee, or if you're seated, your left elbow. Lower that right arm. Oh, I'm sorry. No, y'all got your, I got y'all backwards. Yeah. Your right hand is resting and your left arm is dangling. Just let it dangle. Make sure the head is lowered. And begin to swing forward and back. Draw a big circle. Now reverse. Just let that arm dangle. All right, now take that left hand to knee. If you're in the seated position, take that right hand to knee. Gently press against your thighs. Begin to slowly roll up. All the way to the top. Double shoulder roll. Good. How did that feel? Nice, right? We can just do that all day. I call that my little puddle of stress. Just let it just drain out of the body. All right, good. Shake out those feet. We've had them planted for a little while if you've been in the standing position. Anytime you need to loosen the upper body up too, just that good double shoulder roll is real good for that, okay? You ever start to feel any tension, that's a good exercise to go back to. All right, so let's go ahead and stretch out our hamstrings a little bit. So what I want you to do is I've shifted my weight, all right, to that left hip, because we're in the standing position, and I want you to extend the right foot. The heel is to the ground, and the toes are pulled up. So if you're seated, you just got that right leg extended in front of you, okay? And you're hinging from the hips. What I want you to do, extend that right arm, take a deep breath in. Now the goal is not to reach the toes, the goal is to stretch out in front of us. So feel that stretch. Y'all feel that? Kind of going down the back of the leg. Yeah, I'm really tight. I can tell I didn't do it last week. Just 1 week off, y'all, and you feel it. All right, now come up. Exhale, hinge forward again. So I kind of have a soft bend for those of us who are standing in that other leg. Inhale up. And last one. Let's exhale and hinge forward. Good. And release. Double shoulder roll. Shake those feet out. Let's come to the other side. Left arm, deep breath in, exhale, hinge forward. I'm in my camera. There we go. Inhale up, exhale, hinge forward. Inhale up. One more. Our hands and our fingers a little bit. Alright, so I want you to just kind of hold your hands up where you can see them in front. You're going to bend at the first two joints, bend and extend of each finger. Kind of close and open. Awakening those stiff joints. Good. Awesome. Now I want you to roll out those wrists. Other way. Bring those hands up by your ears. Flutter those hands. Terry, that may be all we need. Maybe you want to grab one extra one in case somebody's running behind. And we're going to sit in those chairs in just a minute. Good. Now let's do some thumb circles. Thank you, Terry. Probably, maybe just one more just in case. Yeah, two would cover it. Reverse. Good. Now shake those hands out. Awesome. How did that feel? Good, right? Awesome. We are warming up. Yeah, let's grab a sip of water. So, it is hot. Did you bring your water today? Oh, girl. You need your water. Yeah. I'm going to get my water. Got some hand sanitizer over here too, ladies, if y'all need it, or gym wipes. Those gym wipes kill everything. So, all right, I'm gonna try to get back in position to get this camera where our folks at home can see us. We are envying you all at home right now in that air conditioning. But it is so nice to get some fresh air. I mean, isn't this just a beautiful day today?
Yeah, you need it for that melatonin.
Yeah, we need some sunshine. Thank you. It helps with our sleep cycle. We get that good vitamin D from the sun. So yeah, lots of benefit. All right. So what we're going to do next, we're going to go ahead. Now that we're warmed up, I would say that we're warmed up, wouldn't y'all? Okay. I'm a little hot, actually. More than this is what we call hot yoga now. All right. So what we're going to do, let's do some seated exercises because we've been standing for a few minutes. So we'll go ahead and do a few seated movements. So I want you to kind of hip walk a little closer to the front of your chair. Okay. So my feet are planted on the ground, sitting up tall. So when you think about good posture, always remember you want to try to aim for ears over shoulders and then shoulders over hips. Okay? That kind of helps pull everything up and back. Okay? So what we're going to do, this movement is going to work through our shoulders, this tight spot here. This actually affects our posture. When these muscles get tight, they draw us forward. So we're going to try to reverse that and open them up through some stretches that we'll do. And we're also going to work our spine. And we're going to be doing something called a forward bend. So in a forward bend, you're only going to go as low as you feel comfortable. So keep in mind, we don't always recommend for seniors to go a lot of times head below heart unless you feel safe to do so, okay? Good morning. Yeah, so unless you feel safe to do so, then you can go a bit lower, but I want you guys to be the judge of that, okay?
Something behind your chair.
Yeah, so y'all be the judge of that. So we're a little closer to the front. Let's take a big, deep breath in. Really reach up. Now, you guys go as high as you can go. And now exhale. Bend at those elbows. I call this tall spine because we're really stretching through the top of our head. Now, I want you to inhale, round your spine. If you guys can see me, I'm kind of at a funny angle for y'all, but I'm rounding the spine. I'm tucking the abs. We call this like a scoop. In Pilates, we call that a scoop. So I want you to like scoop out your abs like an ice cream cone, okay? And rest your hands on your knees, chin towards your chest. Now here's where we do our forward bend. It's going to be a little bit lower for myself. I'm going to go a little bit lower and demonstrate where you could go. Now keep in mind, my head is still above my heart at this point, but if I want to drop it, I can. All right, I'm resting my arms inside of my legs. Now I'm going to brace that left arm like inside of that knee and stretch the right arm up. The goal is to get it as straight and towards the sky as you can. Now I'm going to bring that arm down, rest it, and brace it on that leg. Now I'm going to take the left arm and we're going to open up. Eyes are going to follow that hand. Look up towards the sky. I'm real limited today, so I want you guys to stretch to your limitation. Come back down to center. Lower that head, chin to chest. Round your spine. Bring those hands back up to knee. Good. Exhale, open. Nice and tall spine. Now inhale up. We're going to repeat that movement, and this we're going to make it a little bit more fluid. Exhale, open. Tall spine. Inhale, round. Tuck your chin to chest. Scoop out the abs, hands to knees. Exhale, lower to your depth. You may just want to stay right here. I want you to inhale, twist, raising right arm. Exhale, lower. Inhale, twist, raising left arm. Exhale, lower. Inhale, roll back up to your knees, hands to knees, chin to chest, rounded spine. Exhale, open. Let's do that again. Inhale up. Exhale, open. Inhale, tuck and round, hands to knees. Exhale, lower. Inhale, twist, raise right arm. Exhale, lower. Inhale, twist, raise left arm. Exhale, lower. Inhale, roll up to your knees. Exhale, open. Inhale up. Let's do that one more time. We'll make it really fluid. Now you kind of got the hang of it. Exhale, open. Inhale, round and tuck. Exhale, lower. Inhale, twist, raise right arm. Exhale, lower. Inhale, twist, raise left arm. Exhale, lower. Inhale, roll up to your knees. Exhale, open. Inhale up. And this time, just exhale. Let those arms just float down. How did that feel? Good. Loosen up. I love the rounding of the spine. Let me explain to you guys why we do that. Y'all may have heard me say this before, but you know, in between our vertebra, which is the bony part of the spine, is the disc, right? Which is nothing more than just like a little sponge, like a cushion, right? That's supposed to cushion us. Over time, it can wear down, right? We call that degenerative disc. But the whole idea, you know, like when you're at home, you know, we're supposed to flip our mattresses, every 6 weeks or 6 months. I don't remember what the time is, but, you know, we flip them to fluff them up, or you'll fluff up your pillows and do the same thing. Well, that's kind of what that does to our disc. When we round that spine for just a moment, when we go into that forward bend, we're giving those discs a little bit of breathing room for just a moment, okay? So, good job. All right, so go ahead and stay a little more forward in your chair. We're going to do the Vinyasa Star. We sometimes start off with this movement in the standing position, but because we warmed up standing, I took us immediately to our chair when we got a chance. So I'm sure a lot of folks at home are in their chair. All right, so let's sit up nice and tall. Take a deep breath in. Stretch those arms to the sky. Good. And I want you to exhale, bend the arms. Inhale, stretch them back up. Now exhale, we're going to drop that left arm, stretching right arm, left arm over. I got turned around again. I rarely do that. I don't know what's happening to me today. Now inhale up. Exhale, drop your left arm, stretching right arm over. Inhale up. Good. Exhale, bend. Inhale, extend. Exhale over towards your right. Inhale over. We're going to add a bend in here. Exhale, bend. Inhale, reach. Exhale over to your left. Inhale up. Exhale, bend. Inhale up. Exhale to your right. Really stretch. Inhale up. Exhale, bend. Inhale up. Exhale, stretch to your left. Inhale up. Exhale, bend. Inhale up. Exhale to your right. Inhale up. Exhale, bend. Inhale up. Exhale to your left. Now inhale up, and we're going to let both arms just float down. So the only movement that you kind of lose when you do that in the chair is just the hip and the knee movements that we get from the standing position. But you certainly could get the upper body a good workout and stretch that way. So good job. All right, guys, we are going, let's go ahead and do some downward facing dogs. I don't know if we've done that one in a while, so I think it's time we do that. So to do that, we're going to come to a standing position, okay? So plant those feet, carefully come up. And what I'm going to do, trying to make sure I'm in the camera here, I've rotated my chair so the seat is facing me, okay? So just rotate your chair around. The seat is facing you, okay? And what we're going to do, I love downward facing dog. We're going to get a really nice stretch in our hamstrings, the back of our legs. It's going to feel really good to our back. And depending on how we brace our arms against the chair, you're going to also open up through the chest and shoulders a bit more too, okay? So I'll demonstrate it if you're new to downward facing dog. My feet right now are about hip distance apart. If you need to take them wider for more stability, you think about that, okay? All right, I'm standing up nice and tall, so I'm going to demonstrate real quick. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to inhale up, and then I'm going to tell you to reach out. And already I can tell I have misjudged my chair. Y'all see how far away it is? I thought I had really long arms, huh? All right, so now I'm going to reach towards the back of this chair. Okay, and y'all see how my head is up? I call this turtle head. I'm going to tuck the head between the arms. Now it's important to keep a soft bend in the knees, so don't flex or lock the knees. Keep them softly bent and rest that head down so you're kind of pressing into the chair. Okay. Now I want you to take a deep breath in. On the exhale, soften the knees a bit more. Drag your hands to the bottom of the chair, the seat, and then round up. When you get up top, loosen up. Good. How does that feel? We feel that lots of areas, don't we? Yeah, that's one of I love downward facing dog. It is really nice. We feel it in a lot of areas. Now let's say we kind of started off here because we're used to, in our studio, we have taller chairs, don't we? So if you want to go lower than this position, let's say you want to come straight to here, you certainly can, okay? So you choose whether you want to go to the top of your chair or to the back of the bottom of the chair, the seat, okay? All right, so we're going to try to make this a little more fluid now that we know the movement. Deep breath in. Exhale, forward bend. So we're hinging from the hips, reaching for either the top of the chair or the seat. Rest the head down between the arms. Knees are just slightly bent. Continue to breathe. Make sure you don't hold that breath. Take a big deep breath in. On the exhale, softly bend the knees, round the spine, and drag the hands, rolling up one vertebra at a time, and loosen up top. Good. How was that? Good, right? Awesome. Let's do that again. Inhale up. Exhale, forward bend. Find your point, top of the chair or seat of the chair. Head tucked between the arms. Hold that stretch. Softly bend the knees, round the spine, and roll up. Good. Let's do that one more time. As a matter of fact, I'm going to give you guys an option on this one. All right, we can, if you've got really good balance. Now keep in mind, we are on a this probably could not be more unlevel. For those at home, we are standing on a brick ground, so you can imagine what that looks like. But what we want to do is, this requires a little bit more balance, okay? So if balance is not your thing and you don't want to attempt this move, continue to do what we have just done. Otherwise, let me demonstrate what I want you to do. You would go ahead and come down into your position, and I'm going to stay here for now. And watch what I do. I soften my knees. I'm going to come to the left foot, picking the right foot up behind me. And just hold it for just a moment. Now I'm going to lower that leg, shift the weight now to the right foot and pick the left foot up behind me. Lower that leg, shift the weight, and then round up, okay? So it's just going to require a little bit more balance. When we do that, guess what gets worked? Our core, right? That's our center. That's where our center of gravity comes from, okay? So let's give that a try. Big, deep breath in. And if you're not comfortable doing that, stay in the downward facing dog. Exhale, come forward, find your point, tuck that head. Let's just hold that position for just a moment. Now I want you to bend your knees, shift your weight to your left foot, picking your right foot up if you're able. Doesn't matter how high you raise it, we're just getting it off the ground. Now lower that right foot. Shift your weight to the right foot, pick the left foot up. Lower that left foot, shift the weight, and begin to round up. When you get up top, loosen up. Good, how was that? I like just adds a little bit, we call that layering our moves or progressing our moves. A little bit more in difficulty for some of you guys who might be ready for that, okay? So wonderful. All right, so I want you to turn your chair around now. And I want you to stand to the right of your chair. I don't know what happened to our music, y'all, but we're gonna keep going, if that's okay. We got the birds chirping, we got nature in the background. We may not need a whole lot. And grab a sip. I'm going to take a quick sip, y'all, of water. It is hot out here. So next week, just a reminder, I'm going to say it again, we will be meeting from now on at the agency on 335 West Society. We'll still be outside, but we're going to be underneath our breezeway. We got nice parking. We'll be super close. So y'all help spread the word. It's our last week out here at Riverfront. We have enjoyed it, but we're going to head to the office. All right, let's come over here to the right of your chair. So we're going to do some triangle posing, okay? It's going to involve, I can't talk today. It's going to involve some spinal rotation, a little bit of twisting of the spine, okay? That's important. That's a functional move because we do it in our car all the time, don't we? Check for traffic. I mean, I know a lot of us have cameras in our car now too, but we still got to kind of peek. Got to look, right? So that is a very functional movement that keeps us safe. Right now, I'm to the right of the chair and the feet are about hip distance apart. You may want them again a little bit wider, okay, based on your body. Standing up tall. Y'all notice how immediately my shoulders kind of round? So pick those shoulders back and move them back up and behind you. All right, so all we're going to do, let's go ahead and take a big deep breath in. All right, now we're going to exhale, and I want you to rotate towards the chair. We're taking this right hand to the seat. Plant that right hand, left hand to the back of the chair. And all I'm going to do with my head and my body is I'm going to kind of rotate to look behind the chair. So I'm looking over the back of the chair, feeling that stretch. Now I want you to take a big deep breath in. On the exhale, you're going to gently push yourself up. This is where you want to be nice and slow. It's definitely not a race to get to the top. Take your time. and then loosen up. All right, good job. Let's do that again. Inhale up. Exhale, rotate. Look towards the back of the chair. If you want to get deeper, I didn't offer that option before. You could bend that elbow and come forearm to chair. It takes that movement a little bit deeper. You're going to feel it on the leg that's closest to the chair, that inside leg, depending on how tight you are. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, gently push, and come back up. Double shoulder roll to loosen up. All right, let's do that one more time. Deep breath in. Exhale, rotate. Check behind you. Continue to breathe. Deep breath in. Exhale, push, and slowly come up. Double shoulder roll. I love that move. Does that feel good? Good. Getting those legs involved now, aren't we? All right. So come to the other side of your chair. I'm just gonna, it gets so bright out here, I can't tell if I'm on camera or not. I think I am. Y'all, I think we have some cooler temperatures coming next week. Have y'all heard? It didn't come quite early enough for us, did it? Not quite. Y'all are troopers for being out here with me. Our bodies will thank us later. All right, so go ahead and plant the feet. So now we're just on the other side of the chair to work the other side of the body. Okay, and be mindful. We might have differences in your right and left too. You know, we're very rarely symmetrical where our strength matches the other side, or even the size doesn't always match it. So let's inhale up. All right, so this time you're taking your left arm or hand to the chair or elbow, planting the right to the back, and then rotating to look behind you. The legs are fairly straight for the most part. You may have to bend slightly to get that twist. Continue to breathe. Take a big deep breath in. Now exhale. Gently come up. Double shoulder roll. And let's do that again. Inhale up. Exhale, rotate. Hold that stretch. Big deep breath in. Exhale, slowly come up. Double shoulder roll. Let's do that again. Inhale up. Exhale, rotate. Look behind you. So left hand is on the seat of the chair, right hand is to the back. Deep breath in. Exhale, gently push up. Double shoulder roll to loosen. And big deep breath in. And exhale. Good job. That did feel good. I love that. That's one of my favorites. I say that about all of Nona. I love it. And what we're going to do next, guys, let's do some pigeon to loosen our hips up. Pigeon is always a tough move for me. Yeah, this is, if you're like me, and I think a lot of people are, we have really tight hips because it's just an area we don't stretch enough. It's uncomfortable. It can be a little painful at times, so you certainly don't want to feel a whole lot of pain. So there's ways that you can modify the stretch. So I'm going to show you that as well. But we do need to keep those hips loose. Our hip tightness, you know, think about it, getting in and out of a car, getting in and out of a bathtub. Again, all very movements that keep us independent. That's what I always think about. We want to be independent, right? So what we're going to do, let's take your right foot. This is one option. You can cross over your left ankle. I think I'm going to scoot back in my, there we go. I think the camera might be better there. Okay. So right foot, cross over left ankle, and I'm a little closer to the front of my chair. That allows, this is what we call hip opening movement. So I want that right leg to kind of fall to the side and open up, okay? Now, that's one, this is the modification. So I started showing you guys the modification. If you can bring that leg, this one's a little harder, up to the top, you can certainly do that as well. Okay, so this is where it gets a little tough, right? Sometimes just getting that leg up there. It may not even be your hip that's limiting you. It might be your knee. You know, you may not have enough flexibility in that knee joint to even get it there. So find the placement that works for your body, okay? And we're gonna sit up nice and tall, okay? And then let's do some eagle arms today. Actually, you know what? No, we'll do some prayer hands. How about that? It's a little easier to follow along. So all I've done is I've brought the hands together, sitting up tall, okay? Now we'll take a deep breath in, inhaling, pressing the arms up to the sky. Now exhale, bring the arms back down to chest level. Here's where it's going to get a little difficult, okay? We're going to inhale, press the arms forward, so we're hinging forward a bit. Just that forward movement takes that stretch deeper for just a second, right? And then exhale, sit back up. Good, let's do that again. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, sit back up, nice and tall. Last one, inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, sit back up nice and tall. Good, and release. How was that? Good, y'all feel that? I was certainly feeling it in that hip. I thought that was bad. This is my bad side. All right, so again, you may notice differences. Like I said, this is my severely tight side. So you can cross at the ankles if that's a better placement for you. Or you can cross. And the way I can tell, the other side of my knee was able to open up, right, to get that hip opening action. When as soon as I bring this leg up, guess what happens? That hip doesn't want to open, does it? It's tighter. So I can see that on my own body. So you may notice that as well. All right, so sit up nice and tall. Let's bring those hands together. Let's inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, press forward. Exhale, come back. Good. Inhale up. Exhale, press down. Chest level. Inhale forward. And exhale back. Last one. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale forward. And exhale back. And good job. Bring that leg down. Awesome. Good work. Good work. All right, ladies, we're going to head into, check our clock. Oh, yes, time to head into cool down now. So, what we're going to do, let's go ahead and take your right foot forward. Again, I'm still a little more forward in my chair. pull those toes up towards your heart. The heel is to the ground. Pull those shoulders up and back so we have a nice tall spine. Extend that right arm. Let's take a deep breath in. I want you to exhale, hinge forward. So we're kind of stretching just right in front of us. I pretend I'm holding a pie or a cake. I could go for a big slice of cake about right now. There we go. Just hold that stretch, continue to breathe. And release. Good. Let's come to the other side. Extend that arm. Deep breath in. Exhale, reach. Just hinging from the hips. And release. Good. Now come back in that chair. We're going to kind of a bit of a hip walk. All right. I don't think that stopped our live. I think we're okay. Sorry, I meant to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. And I forgot to do that. Okay. So I want you to go ahead. We're kind of relaxing our posture now and tucking that leg. Now you can grab that leg however you want. You may feel better to grab it here. It maybe feel better to grab it here. If this hurts to grab it, just lift it. Okay. But when you do get a little tuck, that's what kind of helps release that lower spine a bit. So this is actually an even better stretch to do in a lying position. Lying on the ground, lying on the bed, pull one knee at a time to your chest. Now I want you to rotate that foot around. Other way. And point and flex. Good, and release. Good. Now let's tuck that other knee. Just hold it. Draw that circle. Other way. Point and flex. And lower. Good. Come back in your chair. Sit up tall. I want you to anchor with your left hand, just kind of grabbing a hold of the bottom of the chair. Right hand is down. Eyes are going to follow that hand. So I want you to inhale up. We do this a lot in Tai Chi. I don't know if were y'all here last Friday? Okay, so y'all might have done a little bit of Tai Chi with Belinda. I love that. All right, now let's go to the other side. So you bring those eyes to the hands, following it, you start to loosen that area up just gently. Nothing forceful, right? All right, so let's loosen up. All right, now I want you to take that right hand, I want you to flex it away from your body. And I want you to take your left hand to the opposite side of your head and just kind of tilt. So we're getting a stretch down the neck. And again, if you don't even want to use that hand, you don't have to. You can just pretend you're getting that ear towards the shoulder. Now release the hand and gently return the head back to that neutral spine. Good. All right, other way. Left hand flex out. Right hand, just a gentle press. Stretch through that neck. So opposite ear to shoulder, or excuse me, same ear to shoulder. Let's bring that head back up, release that hand. Good. Loosen up. I want you to take that chin to your chest. We're going to try to release a little bit of that cervical neck right there. Allowing those discs to breathe for just a moment. head back up. Now relax in the chair. This is the best part of class. We have just completed a good bit of yoga today in the chair, some out of the chair today. I want you to rotate those hands. Rest them on your laps. Everything can kind of get relaxed right now. I want you just to close your eyes. It's hard outside, I know, but let's try to block out any distraction. If you're at home, the same thing. Just try to block out any distraction. This is where we learn to become a bit more mindful, being present. That's it. Just relax. And I want to applaud anyone who joined us today, here in person, from home. You know what? We have one body. It's kind of hard to believe when you think about it, that body is meant to last us a lifetime. So we've got to take care of that one body. And you guys did a phenomenal job of doing that today. We increased our strength. We worked through some flexibility, stretched out some tight areas in the body, improved our range of motion, which helps us to function better, move better, balance and coordination. And hopefully just mentally, this was just a nice distraction from everything going on in our lives. So it can really boost our mood. And I want you just to think about one thing today. I heard this coming in on the radio as I was driving in today. But what is your legacy? What is it that you are going to be remembered for? Small or big? Remember, legacy isn't really necessarily about big things, but what are they going to say 50 years from now? This could be just about our character, the life that we've lived. Just think about that for a moment. Be the time that you've invested into people, into relationships. All right, guys. Now I want you just to slowly open your eyes. And good job. We have survived. I think September's hotter than August. It seems like it just gets hotter and hotter, but I do think we have some cooler temperatures coming our way. But just to remind everybody, we will be at the Albany office, which is just a few miles up the road on 335 West Society Avenue. Same time. As a matter of fact, we're going to be looking, hopefully, to be getting more classes on the schedule. But right now, we can kind of count on this class. For most Fridays, I know for the next 2 Fridays after this, and then we have a walk in Leesburg that I have to do, so I have to figure something out for that Friday, the last Friday of the month. But definitely next Friday, y'all come join us. Join us live from home. We'll be doing that for those who are not quite ready to get out or who don't live in the area. But thank you all for joining us, and I hope y'all all have a great day.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. See if I...